The Amazon is a colossal mystery. The Amazon basin is 7 million square kilometers. Within it, 5.5 million square kilometers remains almost entirely unstudied by archaeologists.
From capturing creatures that existed only in legends,
what do you want from me? Why you keep following me?
To solving mysteries that had people on the edge. You won't believe what's coming your way. So hang to explore the wonders of the world concealed in the Amazon that shocked everyone.
What is that? Whoa.
Monstrous serpent. The spirit of this person was high as he captured incredible close-up footage. In the video, a monstrous serpent, a giant anaconda, was seen wrapping itself around a tree as if it owned it. Green anacondas are some of the biggest snakes in the world. They have cool black spots all over them. Here's a fun fact for you guys. Female anacondas are much larger than males. Just look at it. It was super scary and creepy. You never know what it was capable of, so better watch out. Skinny alien. Sometimes when you least expect it, strange things pop up. Someone secretly recorded a video of a super weird creature. This creepy thing looked like a super skinny alien, as if it hadn't eaten anything ever. It had these long, wiggly arms that were swinging around. But then it realized someone was watching and filming it. So it stopped its wiggly dance, froze for a second, and then ran away as fast as it could. The person with the camera couldn't believe what he saw, and its true identity still remains a secret. Scary creature. A very scary creature was caught by a researcher in the jungle. The creature was of pale color, which made it easy to see it among the green leaves. Its eyes were dark and black, and they stared right into the camera. It had eyes like an owl, but it was much scarier. And while it looked calm, something felt strange about it. The researcher wondered what it was and why it was hiding here. Even when it saw the man, it did not move at all. Scary woman. A man recorded his greatest fear. Screaming for his life, a woman stared at him with a twisted smile.
You want from me? Why you keep following me?
Her arms and legs looked all wrong, and her head tilted at an odd angle, head covered by her messy hair.
What do you want from me?
The way she smiled sent shivers down his spine. It felt like she was a ghost, ready to get him. The man wondered why she was obsessed with him. Was she trying to scare him? Why was she alone in the middle of nowhere? No answers to these questions. Real fairy. Okay, everyone, we've all heard about fairies in movies, cartoons, and books. But have you ever seen one in real life? What if we showed you a very real fairy? You don't believe us? Well, just take a look. This odd-looking creature was spotted trying to fly with its wings. At first it struggled, flapping and wobbling in the air. But then, it finally took off. We could see its wings spread wide. And honestly, it looked pretty creepy, yet super fascinating. Was this creature friendly, or did it have a secret to hide? No one knows. What do you think about this incredible encounter? Bigfoot sighting. In the dark night, something bizarre happened. A huge monster sat on a tree. It looked like it came straight out of an old, forgotten asylum. People believed it was Bigfoot, or a creature similar to it, that never cared about brushing its teeth or combing its messy hair. It didn't even know what clothes were. It just sat there with its mouth wide open. And the color? It was so black, like it had taken sunbathing way too seriously and got burnt from head to toe. The Bigfoot stared down at the world below as if to say, "What? Never seen a monster before?" Massive crocodile. In the video, a group of fishermen pulled something huge out of a lake in the Philippines. Everyone watching stayed silent until they finally saw what it was. The biggest crocodile anyone had ever seen. Around 20 feet long, it was still alive and looked terrifying. The fishermen had tied it up with ropes. No one knew why this giant crocodile came to the lake. Usually, crocodiles like this live upstream in rivers and lakes, far from where people often go. They prefer to stay hidden in their natural habitats. But this time, this massive and mysterious crocodile made its way to the lake, surprising everyone with its sudden appearance. Odd little creatures. In the jungle at night, the camera spotted two very strange little creatures. They both had long ears that pointed backwards, and their eyes shone brightly in the darkness. Moreover, they wore odd white outfits, and their hands and legs moved as they stood strangely, as if they were ready to fight. But then they noticed the camera and ran away. The wild part was that more and more people were talking about seeing these creatures in different places. Several claimed to have encountered similar creatures, which prompted the people to never visit the woods again. Shrunken alien. Well, here's something weird and unsettling that's just been captured. A guy, while strolling in the woods, spotted a tiny alien lying on the ground. Its body seemed shrunken, as if it had aged a lot. This reminds me of the other stories I have recently heard. In the last few years, many people said they saw creatures like this in the jungles of Amazon. Weird beings that looked dry and old, almost like they had turned into mummies. It makes you wonder if there is something more in these woods. Strange beast. When people visit the woods, they should always keep their eyes forward and focus on their path, because this man noticed something strange in the woods.
Tuh, aku lihat. Aku majuin.
He thought it might just be a small animal, so he decided to take a closer look. But what he found was far from cute. An old, annoyed beast appeared, with long black hair and unusual nostrils. Its sharp fingers and its body looked very different from anything the man had seen before. He felt a chill of fear as the creature approached, and he quickly realized he had to escape. With quick thinking, he managed to save himself not once, but twice.
Jangan malu kamu ah. Tuh dia.
It was a frightening encounter that reminded everyone to respect nature and stay alert in the woods. Gray alien. Alien sightings have become quite common, and everyone wonders why they like to visit our world. They were welcome, of course. Like this one fateful night, a small grayish-white alien appeared, having a great time wandering around. It was only a few feet tall, and it looked quite silly. The camera caught a glimpse of its back, and the alien seemed so sure of where it was going, like it was on a special mission. It walked slowly, making the whole scene a little creepier. What do you have to say about this? Shadow creature. Let's be real. When you see something spooky, like a shadowy figure, why on earth would you go near it, right? What's the point? Do you really think it's going to give you a friendly wave? This man was walking in the woods when he spotted a dark, creepy figure. And guess what? He decided to capture it. Yep. In his heart, he was terrified, but he refused to back down. The shadowy figure was hiding behind a tree, just peeking at him. It stared at him with its hollow eyes, and that poor man felt like his heart was jumping out of his chest. But hey, he asked for it, didn't he? That must be the scariest moment of his life. Alien jumper. On a bright sunny day, while taking a hike, this man stumbled upon a strange and unsettling sight. A small alien was spotted jumping off a mountain and heading towards the ground. It looked a bit like a monkey, but jumped like a frog, bouncing from rock to rock. The alien had swollen hands that seemed too big for its tiny body, and its skin was a strange grayish pale color. what this little creature was and where it came from. Was it a friendly visitor from another planet, or something dangerous? Mysterious Hornet. This zombie hornet surprised everyone as it moved around happily, even after what looked like a strong fight with a predator. The weirdest part was that the bug was still alive even after it had nothing to cover its upper part. The hornet crawled on the ground, doing its usual activities without wings. It seemed to have a special power to keep going when nobody expected it, surprising us with these special abilities. So, how could it be moving like that? And what made it so strong? Tell us what you guys think. Chupacabra Mystery. I know this sounds a little spooky, but it is what it is. From a distance, it looked like a big chimpanzee with a long tuft of fur on its back. However, when people looked closer, they knew it was the legendary Chupacabra. The first big wave of Chupacabra sightings came from farmers in Puerto Rico in the late 1980s and early 1990s. It is often described as a small, unusual animal that some believe likes to sneak around at night. Today, people in many countries tell tales of this creature. Creepy shapeshifter. If you were one of those people who thought shapeshifters didn't exist, this story might change your mind. A group of men found themselves deep in the jungle when they noticed something unusual around them. Suddenly, they spotted a strange creature crawling quickly toward them. Scared and nervous, the men started to run. But then the unexpected happened, as they saw the creature change shape right before their eyes. It transformed from a small black crawling thing into a large bird that seemed almost ready to catch one of the men. Thankfully, he managed to escape and ran away without looking back. Strange caterpillar. In the middle of the jungle, a man spotted something truly unbelievable. At first, it looked like a giant snake, but as he looked closer, it reminded him of a pine processionary caterpillar. These are moths known for their hairy caterpillars. The creature moved slowly, stretching, longer than anything ever seen before. Finally, as the camera moved along its body, it reached the base of a large tree. It was real, but it had led the man right to this tree, making him wonder if the two were somehow connected. Giant octopus. Have you ever heard of a giant octopus-like creature from myths and stories? Well, something like that was seen in real life. Someone captured this strange sight on camera. A huge black octopus moving through the water. Its large, round body looked almost too big to be real. Its long, flexible arms swayed in the water as it dived and danced. The creature moved so smoothly that it seemed like a scene from a movie. But it was all real. Unfortunately, the video owner did not reveal the location of the sighting, making it hard to investigate further. Strange find. In this video, the camera aimed to capture the beautiful view of the jungle, but instead, it caught something much creepier. Right next to the awfully ruined tree, a tiny creature appeared. It looked like a mix of bird and man. The footage was dim, making it hard to see what the creature really was. What was this little creature doing in the jungle? Pink alien. In this video, a night camera caught something very strange and fishy. An alien-like creature peeking out from behind the tree branches. It looked quite pink, but maybe that was just a trick of light. Its eyes shone brightly in the dark. The creature's teeth were sharp, like a vampire's. This was a scary sight. It peeked out for a while, watching everything around it. Then, just as quickly it appeared, it hid back behind the branches, never to be seen again. Kodiak Spider. Late at night, something crawled out from behind the wild plants. It moved slowly, going in a certain direction. You could see it was a Kodiak Spider, big and all black. Its long legs moved gently as it crept forward, each step quiet and deliberate, spreading wide as it glided on the ground. The way it moved, it seemed like it was searching for something. its body barely making any noise. Soon, it crawled away into the night, making people feel a chill as they watched it disappear. Jungle Ghost Mystery. Just when you thought everything was quiet and peaceful, guess what? It wasn't. This jungle was almost too quiet. And then, crash! A tree suddenly fell. But it wasn't just any tree. It had a see-through creature clinging to it. It happened so fast, in a blink of an eye, that the whole thing gave everyone goosebumps. Was it a ghost? Maybe it was a spirit, making its presence known to the world. Tell us your theories down below. Alien elephant. We've all seen big elephants and baby elephants, but we bet you've never seen anything like this before. A tiny elephant-like alien. It looked super unwell though, with a really thin body that was all wobbly. People were screaming and pointing at this strange creature. It moved slowly, almost like it was tiptoeing. As the tiny alien shuffled around, it seemed a little shy. Maybe it just wanted to make friends. But no one was ready for that yet. Bigfoot sighting. People saw a shadowy figure moving in the trees. They thought it was a giant ape. Curious and a bit scared, these guys quickly switched on their flashlights to see what it was. But when the light hit the figure, they froze. It was Bigfoot. He stood there, all hairy, with scary eyes. They didn't know whether to run away or hide from it. Bigfoot's scary look made everyone gulp, but then he gave them a little snort, almost like he was saying, "Really? Flashlights? Not cool, guys." And with that, he turned around and disappeared back into the dark. Tunnel alien. A man was riding his bicycle, having a good time. But little did he know, something surprising was waiting for him as he rode into a tunnel that opened to a street. Out of nowhere, something jumped right at him. The man's eyes went wide, and he almost lost his breath. His GoPro camera caught everything. The creature made a noise that sounded like a mix of a dog's bark and a horn. It looked like a tiny human. He stopped his bike and turned around, just to check if what he saw was real. But the cryptid was nowhere to be found. Alien frog. A strange creature was filmed that first looked like a frog. But then it had big green eyes, an odd triangular face, along with a super scary mouth that could make anyone jump. It was an alien frog. Its bright green color helped it hide in the green plants, making it hard to see. So, who was this mysterious creature? Many people asked if there were more aliens out there. Online experts believe that creatures like this might be visiting us from other planets. They could be exploring Earth just like we explore outer space. But is there any truth to it? Let me know what you think. Creepy werewolf? Ever heard of werewolves? No? Well, have a look at this video. A boundary wall camera caught a creepy creature peeking in. It was late at night, so the video was dark, but the creature was clearly visible. It was a werewolf, and it looked mad and super scary, with glowing eyes and sharp teeth. Everyone says werewolves are just myths, but how can they explain this one? It was right there, right in front of our eyes. The creature moved slowly, watching everything around it. Some people felt shivers run down their spines, while others wanted to get a closer look. Was it hungry? Or just curious? What do you think? Mystery creature. This is probably the creepiest thing you'll ever see. The camera zoomed in on a strange creature that looked like a mix of a lion, zebra, rat, and a rodent, all combined into one. Horrifying, right? Its fur had wild patterns, and it moved in a way that made everyone wonder what it could be. The creature's eyes looked mysterious and seemed to stare right at you. As the video rolled on, it became impossible to look away. What could it be? Could it be a new mythical creature waiting to be discovered? A mutation, or the classic lab experiment gone wrong? Dog versus werewolf. A dog stood guard, barking loudly at something unseen. The camera captured the moment, and everyone felt curious. Suddenly, a werewolf appeared, crawling in a creepy way. It moved slowly, but the brave dog didn't stop barking. The creature looked scared, its eyes wide with fear. It felt the dog's strong energy and tried to crawl away quickly. The dog's bark was heard in the night, and the werewolf panicked even more. It looked back, unsure of what to do. Who knew that a simple dog could face down such a scary creature? This strange sight amazed everyone who watched. Shadow terror. One evening, a man was seen running when he suddenly fell off a small hill in pure fear. But what did he see that made him run like that? If you look closely, you would see a strange shadow hiding behind a tree. The leaves shook wildly, and the wind howled like it had gone crazy. Then, out of nowhere, that shadow came crawling out. It looked so creepy and weird, like it didn't belong to this world. And then it ran fast toward the bigger trees, making everyone's hearts race. The boys who were nearby saw it, and they couldn't stop themselves. They also ran and tumbled down faster than ever before. So, we all learned one thing that night. If you ever hear leaves rustling at night, it's best to stay far, far away, right? Dragon sighting. Did you know dragons were real? At least that's what this video showed. In the middle of the day, when the sun was shining bright, an odd dragon appeared in the mountains, flapping its huge wings with power. Its face looked abnormal and spooky, almost like it came from another world. This dragon stayed far, far away from people though, but someone with a camera managed to zoom in on it, capturing every detail, from the scales on its body to the way its eyes seemed to glow. The creature didn't hide though. It showed itself off like it owned the sky. Well, it definitely did. Magical jellies. One day, a man stumbled upon something amazing in the forest. He spotted strange bug jellies that looked like they jumped right out of a storybook. These jellies were yellowish and wiggly, and they wrapped around the tree like magic. They danced up and down, getting bigger and smaller as they moved. It seemed as if they were alive, twisting and stretching in a beautiful way. It was as if nature had created its own magical show. The man shared his video, and everyone was excited to see this creepy yet fascinating moment and going crazy figuring out its origins, which still remain a secret, by the way.
It's like some weird air.
Tree octopus. Ever seen a tree octopus stuck? Well, you are about to. This unique creature, with its mix of pinkish red color, struggled to free itself from the branches. It happened during the bright daylight, making it even more surprising to everyone passing by. The octopus had climbed up into the tree, probably looking for food or a cozy place to rest. But as it explored, its tentacles got tangled in the thick branches. The poor guy twisted and wiggled, trying his best to escape, but it was very hard. What would you do if you found a creature like this in trouble? Mysterious bird. In the Appalachian Mountains, a group of people had an abnormal and shivery experience. They saw a lifeless bird that looked like a duck, but this one was different. This bird had a small face, tired eyes, and a weird body that made everyone feel uneasy. It kept staring right at them, as if it wanted to say something without using any words. The people felt a chill rush through them. They wondered what the bird was doing there, and why it looked so tired and strange. This creepy experience left everyone with a ton of questions, and sadly, no answers to a single one of them. Possessed woman. A woman was seen sitting high up in a tall, old tree.
¿Quién es?
Some people saw her, but what they didn't know was that she was possessed.
No, miren, miren.
They decided to capture her, but the moment they got close, their hearts started to race with fear. Her eyes were deeply sad. Her teeth were sharp and twisted, making her look like a creature from nightmares.
¡Ah, no mames! ¡No mames, güey! ¡No mames, güey! La grabé chingo.
Her skin was as pale as a ghost, and her body looked strange, almost broken. She wore a black gown with black hair open and messy. It made everyone wonder why possessed women are often seen sitting on trees, hidden in the darkness of the night. Some say that trees are where spirits find their power, a place between our world and theirs. Maybe that's why ghosts are drawn to them. Odd ritual beings. We bet you've never seen anything like this. A group of strange creatures wandered through the dark forest, and it looked like they were on their way to some kind of secret ritual. Their bodies had weird shapes, and they were covered in symbols that no one could understand. They looked pretty scary, almost like something out of a nightmare. Their faces were all wrong, as if they had fallen off and been carried back by their bodies. The way they walked was odd, like they were searching for something important. What were these creatures planning? And what kind of ritual were they gathering for? No one knows. Wall climber. Ever wondered why people always warn you to stay away from old, broken, abandoned houses? This is the reason why. A man videoed a tiny, alien-like being climbing up the wall. This little creature had a small body, but crazy energy. It jumped from one side of the wall to the other, like it was playing around. The man struggled to catch his breath as he filmed the entire scene. At the end of the video, the little being vanished as if it hadn't been here all along. Shy creature. As soon as this video began, you could see a strange creature peeking at the camera, almost hiding itself. It looked a little scared, like it didn't want to be seen. Its body was hidden under the bushes, making it hard to see, but its face stood out because it was very pale and white. It seemed like an alien being. The most striking feature was its big, black eyes, which seemed to stare right at you. It was a strange and mysterious sight, leaving everyone curious about what this shy little alien was doing in the bushes. No one knows. Ghostly woman. Let's explore the story of a mysterious, ghostly woman. She looked like she was really busy with something secretive, as her face was covered in red stains, scaring anyone who got too close.
Kita keluarin. Kita keluarin. Oh.
Her long hair hung wildly around her, and her pale face had big, pointy teeth that added to her frightening appearance. The ghost did not like it when anyone disturbed her, as she preferred her own space. People learned quickly to leave her alone. What kind of creature could she be? And what was she doing there? Definitely not up to any good, that's for sure. Ancient snake. A pilot recorded an amazing sight that fascinated people who love old bones and creatures. On a mountain, a giant snake's bones were discovered, and they were much longer than anyone had expected. They seemed to wrap around the ground, almost like nature was hugging them tightly. It was incredible to think how such a massive creature could hide for so long without anyone noticing. How did it manage to stay hidden from archaeologists? Not anymore, though. Better late than never, right? Black crab. These people were having a picnic and enjoying their day out when suddenly they got an unexpected visitor. A black crab. It moved around confidently, almost like it was going for a jog. The crab had a thick, hard shell and many legs. It walked in all directions, looking very brave. The picnickers stopped eating and stared at the strange crab. The crab didn't care about the people, it just wanted to explore, which it did. while the people just looked at it in awe and fear. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. Did you know a mix of a snake-like owl existed? Well, this man dared to hold this creature. That too, when it was enjoying its lunch. He must have felt excited to see such a strange sight. The owl looked unique with its sharp, hooked bill, which helped it feast. It regularly swallowed small pellets to get the best nutrition from its food. It had big, curious eyes that sparkled with life, along with a long tail and wide wings, which made it look even more amazing as it moved. The man couldn't believe how incredible this creature was. It was a moment he would never forget, filled with wonder and joy. What a fantastic journey we've had today. From the Amazon's hidden wonders to the incredible creatures that share our world, we hope you enjoyed every moment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing videos. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next adventure.